So we'll start back where we left off. Again, Renard is feeling betrayed by her best friend. She's feeling betrayed by her father, and his incompetence and poor decision making. And it's exciting to see where this goes because that's Game of Thrones is so good about like setting these little breadcrumbs, throughout the series for meanings later on in the story, for feelings later on in the story, for political moves later on in the story. Just like even with the king right now, he's got the little cut in his back that won't heal, and he now has a cut on his finger, and he's just like all the little things pecking away his kingdom right now. You got the maggots eating away at his dead flesh. And just like foreshadowing the end of, his reign. And you got Corlys over there kind of foreshadowing the same thing, almost like the death by 1,000 cuts coming with the king right now, because his inability, his incompetence to make a move and make action is leading it to just little bad moves here, little bad moves there, and it's eating away at him just like these cuts are eating away at him, and foreshadowing how his kingdom is going to be slowly essentially crumble away because he won't make moves that he needs to make. And when he does finally make them, he makes the wrong moves. That's, again, back to with him picking the Hightower girl over Corlys's daughter. It's like everyone knows that's politically the better move, even though it's weird and blah, blah, blah. But like in that time, that kingdom, that's the move you should be making. But he can't make even that decision right. And a lot of it falls down to him being a good guy. I mean, that's the kind of the thing. And that's kind of one of the themes to all of Game of Thrones and so on and so forth, or George R.R. Martin stuff, is the good guys kind of finish last. Because there's always a bad guy or a politically savvy guy who's there to make moves that are detrimental to you when you won't make the move. And now because of this move, obviously Corlys and Daemon are kind of teaming up, and they're seeing, you can kind of see, it almost seems like they're equals. Like when Corlys is talking to the king, he kind of stands up a lot, seems a little more dominant, but when he's with Daemon, he's way more cautious. And, Daemon, I think, kind of even somewhat scares him, because when Daemon makes that remark about, I talk about my brother that way, Corlys takes heed and is like, okay. I wonder how much of a time skip we're going to get in the next episode. I mean, that was, I think, either 6 months or a year in the last one. So it'll be exciting to kind of see. But at least they're using it to good value here, because like there was a lot of time skipping in those last couple seasons of the Game of Thrones series. But that was used because they were just trying to speed through the story. This is used more so to set up the story. So I think it'll be okay. Now we kind of go in and talk about these crab people. I don't really know much because I've read the original books, but I haven't read any of the prequel books. So they seem to be kind of almost like a White Walker replacement type situation. Obviously, they're not White Walkers, but they're kind of like something crazy going on with them. They got to be like this big overarching bad guy. Corlys is definitely not happy with him because it's threatening all his power, his family, his money. So that's why he's like, no, we need to fix this problem now. And the king's not making the action. So he's obviously with Daemon about to make the action happen regardless. So that being said, it'd be exciting to kind of see what happens here with that. I'm assuming over the next 2 or 3, 4 episodes, we're going to kind of really start to go into that, and them taking those crab guys on. Such a gruesome way to like kill your enemies too. I mean, you're essentially like low tide nailing them down, letting the crabs eat them, and then I'm assuming the water comes up and drowns you. But if nothing else, George R.R. Martin is very good at having creative ways to die and just kill people off. So he's very good at that. We also, with Mr. Hightower, Otto Hightower, we got like Littlefinger 2.0. He's not as devious seeming to me as Littlefinger, but definitely in the same realm as like a political chess move maker and positioning himself to be in a better spot. Has no problem using his daughter to get power and to get their bloodline into the Iron Throne. Although I think he messed up a little bit with Daemon, because I don't think Renard showed up. He kind of messed up there a little bit. But overall, man, I'm loving the new series. I'm really hyped for it now. I wasn't at the beginning. Super hyped now. Ready to roll. 9 out of 10 so far. Can't wait for next week's episode, and let's continue this.